One live.
Good night, boys and girls. Welcome to the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival for the 7th iteration of our annual racing event. This will be the second eSport competition taking place this year after the first hosted by Titasa was very successful with some great prizes being given. And we have more prizes to entail as you join myself and Ray Smith as well as Mark Hodgson in our technical chair. Ray?
So good evening to each and every one of you as well. And thank you, Luke, for that wonderful introduction. And of course, it's a special good evening to Mark Hodgson, the man behind the scenes in terms of putting together this live feed, as well as putting together the event. The Decibel Entertainment Festival, as Luke mentioned, is in its 7th year. And of course, we want to congratulate the organizers for being able to take it online this year, given what has been happening around the world. The Decibel Entertainment Festival is sponsored by Republic Bank, Tuna, Pappy's, the Econo Car Rentals, and of course, we also have coming on board this year, UE, the University of the West Indies, that is, United Nations, Queen's Hall, Visit Trinidad, and Pascal Yogurt. And we also have Creamery Novelty. So those are the sponsors, and without the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to make the event happen. So we want to thank the sponsors for getting on board, and of course, we want to thank you for joining us on the live feed. We encourage you to share, like, and share the live feed with all of your friends as we continue to build esports in Trinidad and Tobago and develop this esport platform. Several competitors involved who would have been involved in the last event, some new guys coming into this one, and we begin to introduce these guys to you right now. So far as the chat is concerned and the live feed, so you will have the opportunity to vote for your favorite driver. You will have the opportunity to be able to determine who is your driver of the event on the day. Luke, you may want to tell us a little more about that process.
We're just thinking about the race. So basically, if you're in the live chat right now, you simply do hashtag and your driver name, whether it's his gamer tag or his actual name. Drop a both the driver, and Pappy's is sponsoring a free box of chicken to that driver with the most score. Again, if you have a favorite in mind, get with your friends, let them know to come and vote for whoever you like, that they can win a free box of chicken. And if you've had Pappy's chicken before, it's serious. It's serious. So right now we have 5 seconds before the start of qualifying, and we're joining these 10 racers as they go around track. I also noticed before, Ray, that I saw Brandon Driftbrat Steele, who was just Driftbrat before. He changed his name to ERS Driftbrat. So I'm guessing he joined the camp of ERS Bad Guy.
Correct.
Next machine.
Correct.
Running better something. But again, it's a nice change to see these racers working together to stepping up as they move forward as they take on international competition in the FIA level. Right?
Yeah. So several of the guys have joined the competitions overseas, and that's something that's great for the sport locally, being able to match skills with the guys who are taking part in competition overseas. And speaking about competition overseas, and I mean we use overseas in a figurative sense, the competition being hosted overseas but being hosted online. We would have recently had our very own bad guy Cali, who is Gavin Daniel, who would have taken part in that event and would have played in the Porsche Latin America Cup and would have placed 5th overall. So we say once again, congratulations to him. And we look forward to seeing him participate in this particular event as well, coming out as the #1 driver in the event in Trinidad and Tobago, the very first eSport event, and of course, making his name known in the community and by extension in the fraternity around the world. So we congratulate him. And we look forward to seeing more drivers being able to get to that level around this sport. We are on the Austria track, the Red Bull Racing Ring, ladies and gentlemen, and that Red Bull Racing Ring is the track that is being used for the qualifiers. The actual event taking place this weekend as well, F1 racing takes place on this particular track in Austria, and actually in Austria, the home of Red Bull Racing. And so we look forward to seeing what happens where F1, the return of F1, which is this weekend, is something that we are eagerly looking forward to. But right now, what we're taking in, ladies and gentlemen, is the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, the eSport division, or the eSport version, taking place for the very first time here in Trinidad and Tobago. And we want to congratulate organizers of the Decibel Entertainment Festival, a fantastic festival that has grown from strength to strength over the last 7 years. This is its 7th iteration, as Luke would have advised a little while ago, and they are now making an effort to continue to reach the young audience that they've been able to capture online. Fantastic of them to continue to make sure that young people are involved and can continue to enjoy the festival. The only physical aspect of the festival that will be taking place, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to take in the drivers who are going through their paces on the track at the moment, the only physical aspect of the event is a drive-in theater experience that is being put on in Queen's Hall Car Park. The very famous Queen's Hall Car Park is the venue for that particular aspect of the festival. But there are lots of events taking place online over the next few days. So please stay tuned for that. Follow the festival on www.defisland.com. That's DEFISLAND.com for the full event schedule. Luke?
So all proceeds from that driving at Queen's Hall will be going to very great charity that supports a lot of young students who cannot afford to basically afford the maximum of their tuition fees. Tuition. Noted. So again, the proceeds for this program go towards a very great cause. So these proceeds and all these sponsors jump on board to provide these prizes. They are all have a part to play in making these things possible and making young drivers have opportunity to explore their skills, still support those who are a bit less fortunate and unable to support some of the more important in life, i.e. education, as this goes towards the scholarship program. As I lost that. Give me 1 second, please, guys. Small technical difficulty in my notes. Take a break.
Yes, folks, we continue to bring you the action here as we look at the qualifying session that is in progress at the moment, the first qualifying session that is in progress at the moment. The drivers are going through their paces to try to get the best qualifying time so that they will be able to determine what place they end up in the semifinals, which takes place on Thursday. That's tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, you can look forward to the first official racing competition in this event taking place tomorrow evening. Just about 7:15, the actual racing action will start. Qualifiers are very important, of course, for the purpose of being able to get the drivers to go through their paces and be able to get the best possible positions on the grid. Always very interesting to see what happens when that is concerned, because of course there's no jostling for position. Each driver is trying their best to make their way through the track in the fastest possible time without any major errors. So that's something to look forward to as it relates to what is going to happen next insofar as this event is concerned. Competition tomorrow, qualifiers today, competition tomorrow, and then we have another competition event on Friday, or is it Saturday? I think Friday is the day. Saturday, correct. It's Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday is when the final races will be done for this event. On Thursday, not Thursday, Friday, you can look forward to some interaction with the drivers, which will be taking place on the live feed. So please tune in for that. Look out for your favorite driver who will be speaking to our technical chair, Mark Hodgson, sharing some information about themselves and about their journey in the eSport fraternity and what would have brought them to this level, etc., etc. Mark will be asking some very interesting questions to try to get some feel for what these guys go through as it relates to participating in this sport. Esports in Trinidad and Tobago growing right now with the support of the FIA. The FIA, the Federation Internationale de Automobile, is the governing body for motorsport in the world. And the FIA has this initiative, the Race at Home initiative, which is currently what is underway at the moment around the world. Several countries involved in the initiative, TITASA, the local ASN for motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago, taking up the initiative and putting on their first event a couple of weeks ago. And now one of the promoters, the Decibel Entertainment Festival, is also picking up the initiative and bringing it forward and making sure that this kind of event, this kind of sporting event continues to live in Trinidad and Tobago. Fantastic action for you to look forward to in the next few days. I'm just going to share with you what are some of the prizes for this particular one in a minute as we continue to bring you this action. Just a few more minutes insofar as the qualifying is concerned. Some of the drivers being featured in and around what is taking place around the track. One or two of the drivers are in the pit at the moment, but Luke will share with us now what are some of the prizes that these drivers are vying for. Luke?
Yeah, because now joining us, we are doing qualifying right now, and the drivers have 15 minutes to run on the track and set their fastest lap time. So we have 10 drivers right now in the room, one just left, and we have David Lyons setting the fastest time thus far. So with this in mind, these drivers are basically vying for position on the grid for their start of the race. So basically, the best position is first position to start the race. So you don't have to put anyone back to work your way through the track. So we're going to have 6 more minutes, just about 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining for drivers to set their fastest lap before we move on to the second group of qualifiers, Group B. And after that, we'll have Group C coming in. And we'll compile all the times, who's the fastest time overall, and we'll cut out the drivers who didn't make the cut. So again, a lot of fast drivers who return to racing and a couple new guys who show quite a bit of talent. We were seeing that before in practice, we saw at ARC, Charles doing some very fast times, but right now he's still getting used to the track as they're driving Group 4 cars, and he chose to go with the Peugeot, which is more of a handful of a car. I believe some drivers are also opting to use controllers over game rigs, as we should have 2 drivers in this class, being Brandon Driftbad Steele, as well as one other driver who I believe is Blowy Boat, who would be using a controller. If you see some drivers struggling a bit more, they've been using a less of a rig. As we get into the prizes, our biggest prize is sponsored by Public Bank. I'll leave that one for last. We have Pappy's sponsoring some chicken to most voted for driver each night. So right now in the live chat, drop a hashtag and vote for your favorite driver. We are tallying each and every vote. I'm not sure if it's 1 vote per person, or you could vote as much as you want per driver. Or you could just vote for the commentator, so I can win a free box of delicious chicken. And then moving on from there, we have Econo Car Rentals Limited. Econo Car Rentals Limited has offered to sponsor a free weekend car rental in Tobago. So once you reach Tobago, you have a free weekend of car use. And if anybody rent a car before in Tobago, usually it's not that cheap, but Econo does have affordable rates. And now if you go, you have a free car for the weekend to see all the beautiful sights of Tobago. We have Republic Bank bringing up some cash money to our top 3 drivers. So the first place prize wins $1,200 cold hard cash. Second place carries home $800. And third place carries home a nice and lovely, plenty doubles. Drink some things, buy some juice, some, you know what I'm talking about. That's 500 smackaroos. So again, great prizes to be won, and we have more sponsors jumping on each and every day. So as we go on, as more sponsors offer more things, we'll bring them to you. Any special prizes that come up as they come to us. Great.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsors for coming on board and making this event possible. The Decibel Festival, Decibel Entertainment Festival continues to make an effort to try to bring together young people in an environment that allows them to be able to experience different aspects of entertainment, and that has always been the driving force with regard to the Decibel Entertainment Festival, 7 years running. So we want to thank our lead sponsor, Republic Bank, United Nations, UE, the University of the West Indies, Queen's Hall. Visit Trinidad, Pascal Yogurt at Creamery Novelties, trinituna.com, Papi's Chicken, and Econo Car Rentals. I have to admit, I've never tried Papi's Chicken. Luke seems to think that Papi's Chicken is the bomb. So I'm going to defer to the guys who know about Papi's Chicken, and are going to assume that what they're saying is actually accurate. And if you're going to vote for a commentator who can get a box of chicken, I would defer to Luke, because Luke knows. Yeah, Luke knows how this chicken tastes. Luke, so I would be happy to donate the box of chicken to your cause.
So why don't you just vote for me?
But by the way, Luke, can you share with us where Papi's Chicken is?
I don't like anything on the spot like that. I just find it for me on the spot just like that.
Oh, sorry.
That's dirty. But anyway, guys, I don't think the competitors are allowed to win the box of chicken, unfortunately. It is a driver's prize, sadly. But the drivers, again, I could give you extra airtime if you just mentioned to me that, we'll donate that chicken. So right now we have ARC, the M. Charles, who's Dominic Charles, with the fastest lap time. Just pushing David Lyons out of that first spot by a 1.3 second gap. So he's doing a pretty fast time of 135. David Lyons was in that 136 area, low 136. So again, so right now the fastest guys I've ever seen. So even our technical advisor, Mark Foxon, he is not one who's a slouch around these tracks on Gran Turismo. He is surprised by that 135 because his best was like a very high 135. So a 135.4 is blistering on this Red Bull ring. But Formula 1 cars, this is slow. We have Formula 1 coming this weekend, and the driver has 1 minute and 40 seconds to set their fastest time. As you see the Audi, Peugeot, and the Jaguar being some top picks here. This is a very big power track. Not seeing much choices outside that, beside a couple of Subarus. But we're going to see what is the favorite car. So if you want to also vote for your favorite car on this track one time, drop your vote. And we just have like little competitions going on. We just tally little things to see the spectators' favorite. Again, thank you guys for watching this. And if you're on right now, just hit that share, hit the like button, ring the bell icon after you hit subscribe for more content like this, as we have 3 more days of racing after this event, and we have 2 more qualifying sessions to go tonight alone. Again, right now we have one guy showing his foot, and we see we both sliding that car back and forth in that Subaru. That he's having some Subaru-based issues, so a little bit on the stair as he makes his way down the second straight on this track. If you have any questions right now, feel free to drop them in the chat, as we are now checking the chat on my phone as I speak. And anything if you like to pick up someone or just ask any questions, we'll take questions as we go.
And a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I have ARC Charles there at a 135.4. As they were mentioned earlier, that is literally the fastest time I've ever seen on this track with these Group 4 cars, and especially on a racing medium tire. We have Silver Turkey that's doing a 135. That's doing also a very fast time in the 137. So I wouldn't call the 137 slow by any means. We have It's Alive also at very, very fast times, not too far away from the top times. Osalio, big surprise. Oh, sorry, not such a big surprise. He's also a very fast guy. I would not count him out. Trinilayo, since last I've seen, has improved greatly. A lot of speed, a lot more faster times than I did when I first met him. But yes, he's definitely very fast. Someone to watch out too. ARC DM Charles, yes, he definitely seems to be the guy, or currently seems like he's a guy that could definitely put it to the top. So someone to also look out for. And we have Blowy Boat. Blowy Boat has also been someone who's quite fast. He's had his up days and down days, but they actually put it on some decent times tonight. I don't know too much about Furry Corn Boy 5K, but we're gonna see what he does. He's actually not the slowest for the night, so he obviously seems to be just right here with these top guys. And then we have Raptor 9446, which is actually putting out some good times. And he's already finished his run, so we have literally 50 seconds to go for the ending of this time trial round. And then we move on to Group B. I'll move on to you there, Ray.
Okay, Mark, just to be clear, I saw finish come up on the screen, so that would mean that this one is over.
Well, it will be over for all that have finished their laps in it, and there are 30 seconds for, I think, maybe one person is still on a flying lap. Blowy Boat still probably has the opportunity to finish his lap.
Okay, fantastic.
But no, I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you very much, Mark. That's the voice of Mark Coxon. You'll be hearing from him from time to time during the course of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank him for continuing to provide the support that he has been providing. Of course, as the main voice of the organizers of the event, the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, we're very happy to have him organize this particular event. So that brings an end to the first qualifying session for this evening. We move straight into the second qualifying session, which begins momentarily. Luke?
Well, Ray, I'm just jumped into the YouTube chat, and it seems that ARC has a lot of fans, and these fans are saying that he has something still holding back, so he can do a 134, I believe. Based on what these guys are saying, he has a 134 inside him still, so clearly he had a bad run in some way, form, or fashion. But the man who's really dominating the show in the chat right now is Silver Turkey. So if you want chicken, call Silver Turkey now and make that connection. So on each box of chicken, reach like, yo, that's what the wing, just a wing is all I'm asking for. So yeah. But right now, those are the two guys who are dominating the chat right now. But I have not seen the infamous Nutsman. The Nutsman is not in the chat tonight. But again, ARC fans are in the chat, and they even have their name as ARC_Tavern. So this ARC team is a big team. I guess it's even one to rival the ERS squad. So we're going to have to see who's going to face off between ERS and ARC, and the better team shall come out on top.
I vote Silver Turkey according to Dane Pereira, who's on the chat. And we say a special good evening to him, as well as all the others who are on the chat contributing at the moment. And we ask you not just to contribute on the chat, but to share the chat, share the live, share the feed, so that we can grow the audience for this event. Another one of the eSport events taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's come out and show some love to the drivers who are being involved in this particular event, and of course to the organizers of the event, the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival. And as we're at it, we want to thank once again our sponsors who are bringing this event to you. We have already acknowledged and continue to acknowledge our lead sponsor, which is Republic Bank. United Nations is also involved, and we want to thank them very much. You don't normally see United Nations involved in anything. So we want to thank them a lot for getting involved in this one. UWE, the University of the West Indies. Some of you are alum of the UWE, and of course we say a special good evening to the members of the UWE alumni. Queen's Hall, visit Trinidad, Pascal Yogurt Creamy Novelties, and we of course thank Creamy Novelties for getting on board on the Decibel Entertainment Festival and supporting this particular eSport event. We also want to thank Pappies, who we've heard a lot about, and sometime between now and the end of the event, we will be able to tell you exactly where Pappies is, so you could go and try out that fantastic. Trinituner.com and Econocar Rentals. We want to thank them, of course, for getting involved and getting on board. There are a couple of guys who are working in the background as well, who are supporting the organizers of the event. We want to acknowledge them and thank them as well. That's Dane Pudusing, who is the principal of Trinituner. We thank him very much for, of course, coming on board and being involved in everything in motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago. And we also want to thank Gerard Wilson, who is all the way in that very hot spot in Texas at the moment. But Gerard Photog Wilson has been supporting these eSport events, and we want to thank him for getting involved and supporting and making sure that, you know, these things happen, yeah? Luke is showing me something on the camera. Luke?
I was trying to show you some yummy chicken from Pappy's. I was trying to show you chicken. sorry, got distracted.
Luke, thanks very much. Yeah, that's so kind of you.
Oh.
Thanks very much. The chat is live. The chat is lit, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's contributing on that chat. So please jump on board and make your voice heard. Remember, there's a vote going on for the driver of the day in each of the qualifiers. So please go online and get on the chat and please check it out. And don't forget to check out what's happening with regard to the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival. You can check that out at www.defisland, that's deafisland.com. So please go and check it out and see what is the schedule for the number of events that is taking place over this weekend. Don't forget, you have the live experience taking place, the live driving experience taking place at the Queen's Hall car park. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember some of the drive-in cinemas that used to be around Trinidad and Tobago. Many of you may remember K. Donna.
Yeah, I know that one.
You know that one?
Yeah.
So K. Donna was a big popular one years ago. So the driving experience is something that's coming back that could very well generate some greater levels of interest in creating or recreating drive-in theater experiences. Some of you may or may not remember. Those of you who were down south may or may not remember the Twilight Cinema. Luke, you will not remember that.
Nope, definitely not.
I only know about it because somebody told me. The Twilight Drive-In experience, which was in South, in Marabella years ago. Dwayne would know about that. Dwayne lived in that area at one point in time in his life. So that is something, and I think there's only two that we have, to be honest with you, if I remember in the country at one point. Kidona was the big one. Kidona was the big one. Luke, there is a couple of other events that are coming up where the Decibel Entertainment Festival is concerned while we get ready for the next qualifier, yeah?
I would believe so. I believe there's a race tomorrow night, and there is a race on Saturday, and then there's the finals on Sunday. For sure. But I believe in the next upcoming months, we shall release more information on Trintino. So on Trintino.com, you should find all information on everything racing, and even some things that aren't racing. So like when Chaos was going on Port of Spain yesterday, yeah, Trintino had all the news. So basically, that was my go-to spot for news yesterday. So it was Chaos. But we hope everyone is safe as you're watching this now and staying safe as the world is in a bit of a crazy place. So again, we have Jared Wilson working all the way out in Texas as we know that they are being plagued by coronavirus. And this eSport thing is the only thing that we have to enjoy racing right now, as all spectator racing currently is put on hold. So even F1 this Sunday, even though F1 is F1, no spectators. No spectators are allowed. So it's just racers and pit crew, and they must stay all socially distanced. So it's a very, very, very big change of pace.
Yeah.
But how's that going to work, though, Ray? With like a tire change?
Sorry?
How's that going to work? Like if they have to change tires, that's no way they're 6 feet apart.
Yeah, no. According to the organizers of the F1 event, what they're allowing is for the teams to continue to work together insofar as supporting the drivers and the racing activity. So all drivers will have their teams, will have their support teams, will have their pit crews, etc., to make sure that they are able to continue the racing activity. So everything else remains the same in terms of the driving, the engineering wall, the pit crew. Everybody is going to remain the same. The organizers are not suggesting, but they are putting some measures in place, which is one of the reasons that Austria was chosen, because Austria is one of those tracks that allow for this kind of activity to take place in an environment that allows for a certain amount of social distancing. And that's one of the reasons that they started in Austria. So we will be seeing normal running of the event of itself, from race control straight onto the track and the drivers on the track. But you will not see what we used to see in the paddock, let's say, beforehand, where we would see a lot of people gathering in the paddock and gathering around the drivers and so on. You will not see that. You will not see any of the other kind of commingling and socializing kind of activity that you used to see before. We won't see any of that anymore. It'll be just going straight into the racing activities from the after the practice sessions. Then the qualifying for the on Saturday and Sunday is racing activity that will continue as usual. Not as many people will be allowed. The teams will continue to be in working alongside their drivers. So should be very interesting. It's going to be the first time that this is being done where F1 is concerned. F1 was only postponed once before in World War II. So that was the number of years that F1, was actually had this kind of delay. The reality, though, is that F1 is now in its 75th year, and that is what is now being celebrated as part of the historical nature of the sport. So that's something that F1 aficionados are pretty pleased about, that the sport has been able to come this far to get to the point that it's now being able to restart this weekend. So that's something that we're looking forward to. Group B is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Group B is coming up, and maybe we can share with you in a minute. We will share with you in a minute the drivers who will be involved in the Group B qualifying. So the organizers making an effort to kind of keep the action running for the night with a view to keeping all of the qualifiers in a tight space with a view to getting all of the qualifiers completed quickly. We want to thank the organizers for that. It means that they would have truncated the competition, but would have still been able to get all of the aspects of the competition completed. So that's something to look forward to as well. I don't know if you have them yet. Maybe you do, or before the screen comes up with them.
I may have them already. I have a little bit of inside edge. I was whispering to Drew not to tune on. He sent to me on my phone because technology is magical. So let's give you the first 5 of this Group B qualifying. And we start with none other than Andrew Marsong. He is very fast. And if you watch the last competition, he is quick. And he
What are the other events that are being put on by the organizers of the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival? I understand that there's going to be a dance competition. Luke, you might want to be considered. You want to consider yourself for that, because that's something that you're good at from what I'm told.
Even though I am mixed, I am like, in this sense, I don't think I have dance moves. One thing my father did not give me. I missed that. He just passed over. He's like, nope, you don't dance. Rasta don't dance. How's that? If I now what's that? I must have 15 minutes. So that's right now 14 minutes and 50 seconds to set the fastest time. And we can see if anyone can beat RC Charles. Again, got a very fast time of 1:35. So let's see if anyone else can get into this fast 1:35-second bracket. As we have some very good names out here. And a lot of them opting to go with the same Audi or show strategy, as these guys are big on power for this Group 4. This track, as most of you would know, is all about the power. So again, this weekend we see if Max Verstappen has enough power in that Red Bull to take it to Lewis Hamilton. But Mercedes, as everyone knows, has some of the craziest pit strategies that catches everyone out. So to play the best game of cards out on track this weekend. Let's see what these drivers do. We watch each and every driver as they go for their first out lap before they start pushing some faster laps out, I believe, on all medium tires. So the drivers do have to watch fuel, so they may try to run out of a bit of fuel to keep the car light and then set some fast times as the fuel load comes down.
That's right, Luke. Driving strategy is going to be very, very key insofar as this event is concerned. Drivers will have the strategy that for themselves. As Luke pointed out earlier, Andrew Marsang was one of those people who came up with some of the best strategies in the last event. So let's see if he will be able to manage that again in this event. Other drivers would have adopted different strategies, of course, and those strategies we are going to see them play themselves out in this event. So that is going to be something interesting to look forward to, as we will bring you the times in a few minutes of the guys who are now, dropping times as they make their way around this Red Bull ring. It will be very interesting, as Lucas pointed out, that to see what happens when Max Verstappen is concerned and the Red Bull Racing team taking part in the Formula 1 event that takes place this weekend. Red Bull Racing's home track is the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and that, of course, has always been one of their best tracks in terms of performance. They're running Honda power this year, and Honda is very, very keen on making sure that they can make their name or rebuild their name in the sport of F1, having had a terrible run with the McLaren team a couple of seasons ago. So that is something that Honda is going to be really pushing for in terms of trying to see what they can do and get their name right up there with the Ferraris and the Mercedes of the world. It's expected that Max will give Lewis a very serious run for his money. Lewis's other competitor or competition this weekend will be his co-driver, whose name escapes me now. Why can't I remember his name? But he is going to also be one to look out for in Bottas.
Valtteri Bottas, that's correct, right?
Valtteri Bottas, yeah, why couldn't I remember his name? Valtteri Bottas is someone to look out for. So that's number 77. Lewis Hamilton, number 44, going for his 7th Drivers' Championship this season, and hopefully Mercedes will accomplish their 7th Constructors' Championship, best record of any team in the history of the sport. That is something to look forward to seeing as well, ladies and gentlemen. But we bring you back to the action here right now, taking place in the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, brought to you with the kind compliments of TrapSpeedSimulators, and of course TrapSpeed, the organizers of both the Decibel Entertainment Festival and this event. TrapSpeed is, of course, the principal of TrapSpeed is Foxen, and we want to thank him very much for being the promoter as well as the organizer of this event. I don't know if Mark can jump in and just share some background in terms of what would have brought them to the point of getting this event online. I don't know if Mark is available at the moment, but if he is.
Yes, I'm here, guys. Well, I've been an avid sim racer myself for many years, and getting a little bit older, and after getting married, motorsport and many things like that just kind of became paying mortgages I just couldn't afford to get into racing and stuff like that. And then how many of us get the opportunity to drive a GT3 or even a prototype car? So sim racing offers the opportunity to jump in some really, really unique and exotic cars. And I know a lot of people might just consider this, well, you know, it's just video games, but a lot of these hardcore enthusiasts that play a lot of sim racing games, they don't really like that term, the fact that being a video game. Yes, if we really need to categorize it, it is a video game, but it's something where you like to be called and accept the fact that it's in the simulator class. I love the competition, I love the community, I love the group that everyone goes with it, and I want to continue to see it grow in Trinidad. We have seen some really, really fast people that I didn't know existed in this country. With likes of Gavin that competed, made Trinidad and Tobago proud to represent us in a Porsche Cup, and has given us a 5th position in Latin America, which I would consider some of a champion of the Western Hemisphere. And then we have DMC Charles, which I expect to see great things from. Andrew, I also see great things from. Brandon, we all know he's ridiculously fast. We have Kid Inc, I think is an up-and-coming guy to watch too. Lord Tantos, he's also pretty quick. I mean, we have everybody in this group that could literally take the crown this time. And I could basically tell you, I raced with all these guys, and I can tell you the standard just after the first tournament has improved greatly. The time that I have taken off, I have lost a lot of grounds, and I am basically trying to battle in the backpack against these guys now. So yeah, I mean, I can pretty much see this sport growing. I see a lot of enthusiasm for sim racing in Trinidad, and I hope to continue it. I hope to pick up some more sponsors. I hope to be able to add some more to this and continue this on. I know that Titasa has basically agreed to the initiative to continue doing this and to continue creating series in eSports. To those that basically want to criticize it, just think of it this way. We're not here to replace motorsport. We're only here to basically create something that's a hobbyist on the side of motorsport. And back to you guys, Ari and Luke.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. I wish you could explain that to my girlfriend. As much as I tried to explain to her, she would not understand. She's like, babe, just pause the game and come and see what I'm doing. And these things you really can't pause. Again, racing is racing, and online racing to me is just as serious as racing when I'm racing motorcycles. Again, we have a lot of drivers out here, and we have a box of chicken to give out to the most hungry driver or the driver with the most votes. It's up to you in the chat right now to ask that copy paste and just vote for the driver that you most would like to eat a box of chicken. So if you know somebody competing right now who's looking a little hungry with some delicious chicken, just vote and hit their driver name or their actual name in the chat. And we'll be tallying the votes to see who wins a free box of chicken tomorrow night. And if the driver that you vote for is your friend, you go by their house when they collect their chicken from number 1 Coco Road. That chicken because you vote for that chicken. That chicken is provided to you by Pappy. So right now drivers have 7 minutes to go. Some Subarus are on track. We have 30 minutes time with Andrew Marsong front with a 136.4 again. He's yet to break into the 135 second category. And Andrew Marsong is no slouch. But he's not also known for his outright lap speed. He's more of a long game pit strategy kind of driver who could save fuel and conserve tires for the long haul race. So even though we last qualifying that we had ARC, DM Charles putting down some very fast times, we will not count out any one of these drivers who could do a top 3 qualifying time. More than just a fast lap situation. The ability to do a fast lap, consistently lap after lap after lap, and still save fuel. So right now we have 6 minutes to go. Voting chat, as I'll take a few seconds before I jump back with the YouTube chat, and I will answer any questions that you guys do have moving forward. So right now, if you don't know, we are at Red Bull Ring, Austria. So with the home of F1 this weekend, and we as well have a double header weekend after weekend of F1 racing. Again, this was brought to you by Republic Bank. So this is Republic Bank Entertainment Festival. As they sponsor some of the largest prizes, bringing that cash money to the table, and the top 3 drivers with more money in their pocket. So some people say this thing doesn't pay. Clearly, in the top 3, it does. Again, thank you to Republic Bank for making that possible. For more of your motorsport and local news in Trinidad and Tobago, check out trinituner.com, followed by for a lovely car rental services out of Tobago. We have Econo Car Rentals Limited as they sponsor to the winner a weekend of free car rentals. So if you go to Tobago and you need a car and you win this, you don't have to pay for your rental. So instead of taking the boat and carrying the vehicle across, just fly across and you will have the car ready by the airport, and that you enjoy your Friday to Sunday weekend and have a blast. So right now, Andrew Armstrong is setting the fast time with a 136.449. Again, he is 4 tenths out of that 135 area. Then drivers, please, feel free. As you're watching this in the chat right now and you're checking out the competition, vote for yourself. This is the opportunity you have right now to win a box of chicken. You vote for yourself if you're in the chat. So for Group A and Group C, you should be voting for yourself right now. I think that should be allowed. Vote for me and I will share the chicken. Welcome back, Ray. We have 4 more minutes to go in this qualifying session. Ray. Hey.
And we have a new announcement from a Decibel team stating that somebody might win a prize. A new subscriber to this YouTube channel might just win a prize. It's a special prize, not quite announced just yet. But Decibel has given me authority to announce a special prize to a subscriber, a new subscriber of this channel. Ray?
That is wonderful news, Mark. Thanks very much for sharing that with us. So there is a special prize that is up for grabs for the subscribers to the YouTube channel. So please go on, get onto the YouTube channel and subscribe, or encourage others to subscribe. As we speak about the YouTube channel and the live chat, we are seeing a lot of votes coming in right now for a specific driver. So you need to get voting if you want your driver to become that #1 driver for this qualifier. Just to be clear, Mark, can you just confirm for us whether or not it's a box of chicken for each driver who is the #1 driver in each qualifier, or is it one box of chicken for one driver overall?
No, it will be if Group A has a box of chicken to get, Group B has a box of chicken to get, and Group C has a box of chicken. So we have 3 boxes of chicken going out tonight.
Nice.
I will be announcing the winners of the boxes of chicken after this event.
Thank you very much, Mark, for clearing that up. Luke, that just means that there are more people who are going to get boxes of chicken rather than you.
I just say I drive to 3 different houses to get chicken now, so I just plan out my life tomorrow.
Qualifiers continue, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifiers continue. Just about 2 more minutes in this qualifying session B. And of course, the fastest time that we've seen so far is a 136.449. We want to thank Dwayne Budasing from Trinituner, who is providing us with this information so that we can keep you informed as it relates to what is happening with the drivers in each of the qualifiers. There's about 2 more minutes to go. 2 more minutes to go for the drivers to make the last-ditch effort in terms of trying to get their best flying lap to be able to get up in the position for the semi-finals, which are coming up tomorrow evening. Don't forget, semi-finals coming up tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock again on the live feed. We welcome you. We thank you very much for coming. And if you're just joining us, we thank you for getting involved in the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, taking place right here, being put on by the organizers of the Decibel Entertainment Festival. Very first time online for them. And so we congratulate them on being able to put on this event once again, in spite of the challenges that we're facing around the world and of course in Trinidad and Tobago. So we congratulate them and we thank them as well for that special prize. There is a special prize that they're offering right now. So we will hear more about that a little later on, but stay tuned for that, because that is a special prize that you, as one of the people who are taking this in online, could very well get. So that is something that you can look forward to. They haven't announced any special prizes for commentators. They haven't announced that yet, but of course, hopefully. Hopefully they will announce special prizes for commentators, Luke.
Ray, we always have special prizes for you, man. Yeah, we have room for you. And this Decibel function, listen, once you bring that voice, don't worry, we have space for you.
Thanks very much, Mark. Luke, we have some hope, boy.
No, he didn't say we have openery. He said your section, boys. I'm just saying, guys. Hashtag keep Luke. That's all I want there in the chat right now. Hashtag keep Luke, please. Yeah, it's tough times out there right now, and we see Andrew Marsong selling a very fast lap in this final lap.
You're just about now nearly past the passing mark, eh? So keep going. You might get there.
Whoa, guys, it is risky out here. Things are bad. I think protesting tomorrow, things get too bad. But right now, I just noticed we have Dimitri Myers, who snuck into this qualifying session, and he's currently in his 7th position. He was not supposed to be here, so we did not mention him. He is in that Evo 10 right now. And we're not sure how he got onto the track, but someone let him in, and he's right now there for the last lap of his qualifying session. So hopefully his time will stick and he gets a good lap out of this, but he will not be able to enter in the last session that he's actually meant to be in. Yeah, so I guess he just has things to do later. So he knows that the bar closes at 8, so he better get in early and plan out his life going forward. I'm not sure how he plans this out, but hopefully it works and the officials allow this to go forward. A minute to do, as drivers are just allowed to finish if they are still on a fast lap. But again, it is being dominated by Subarus, Audis, Peugeot, and now this lone Evo has made a showing, as we saw also a Jaguar. So it's a very small group of cars being used in this Red Bull ring as power is everything. Wait, yours?
Yeah, that is correct, Luke. Power is everything on this track, and don't forget the track will be featured very highly in the upcoming F1 event that's taking place this weekend. So for those of you who are fans of circuit racing, F1, the premier sport in the world where circuit racing is concerned, taking place and restarting this weekend. You're hearing us talk about it a lot because of the fact that it is really a significant issue. Speaking about events that are taking place this weekend, though, TITASA, Trinidad and Tobago Automobile Sports Association, who is the ASN for motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago, is hosting this weekend their first official event, a test and tune event that is actually taking place this weekend as well. So that is something to look forward to. That was the final, the end of the qualifying session B. So the drivers, the guys at the technical team will be putting together the times to determine where the drivers have fallen. And so we will share that information with you a little later on, but please stay tuned. The final qualifier for this evening, qualifying event C, is coming up in a few moments. So please stay tuned for that, because that comes up shortly. And as I was saying, this weekend is the test and tune event. No spectators are allowed at this event this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a live stream of the event, and that is something that you can look forward to. A live streaming of the TITASA event this weekend. We will be streaming the event on Facebook, and there will be it will also be on streameventtv.com. Luke, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm ready. Looking for commentators by chance?
Yeah, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, I plan to be commentating for this on Saturday and Sunday, as the finals is this Sunday race. So
right, yeah.
Daytime, I free.
Sunday, it's Sunday night. It's Sunday night.
But the daytime, I free. But I had to just pass and pick up chicken throughout the day, Saturday and Sunday. So I really tight. It's a tight ship running here right now.
Right. So here's what we could do. If you could make yourself available, right? Your entrance is going to be a box of puppy chicken, and we could link you up to come down and check out the test and tune.
So what you said, I had to bring a box of chicken to come into the event. How I eat chicken if I give it away?
No. This is the point I'm making. If you go to Papi's,
yeah,
best chicken in
if
the world.
If I go Mount Coco Road, go ahead, tell me more.
Mount Coco Road, get Papi's, make the run, come down to Wallafield, inside.
Well, luckily for me, I'm a member of TITASA, so I have free entry for the entire year to all events, Ray. I didn't know that. You didn't know that I'm a member of TITASA. Didn't pay my financial things yet.
No. Luke, remember.
I pay my fees. Ray.
I have not experienced this Papi's experience, right?
Well, we will link up Friday. We could do Friday and we're going to buy some chicken.
See, The Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, ladies and gentlemen, is what you're paying attention to. This is the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, and this is the eSport edition taking place online, and we thank you very much for joining us. If Miss Delicia Blizzard is paying attention, we want to say a special good evening to her. I haven't seen her on the chat, but I know that she's following what is happening with motorsport around Trinidad and Tobago. Delicia Blizzard, the official liaison for motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago with the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs. We'd like to say a special good evening to her. And we also want to say a special good evening to the Director of Sport, Mr. Patricia, and of course, the Honorable Minister for Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Chamfer Joe. We want to thank them very much for their continued support of motorsport, and we look forward to their continued support as we return to racing action up at Wallerfield this weekend, this Sunday. Please look out for the live stream. We will be bringing that live stream to you on streamevents.tv. So that is something to look forward to insofar as the event is concerned. Luke, I'll talk to you about it offline.
Okay, Ray, no worries. Also on top of Gavin Daniel, I'll just big up him because he made chat there and he said hashtag keep Luke. So big up Gavin Daniel. And again, I had to get him man support because again he came out and he put down his foot and he showed man in the last competition.
Yeah, look at it. Bad guy Cali. Hashtag keep Luke.
So again, he represented Trinidad and Tobago with a lovely paint scheme on that GT3RS, and he came 5th overall in the competition in the FIA International competition representing Trinidad and Tobago, beating out the likes of Jamaica as well as some other Latin American countries. So again, amazing racing by him. So we look forward to seeing him in the next qualifying session as we go through the 9 other racers who will be competing in this qualifying.
Yeah. Lots of action taking place on the chat as well. So if you're just joining us and you're getting onto the chat, please like and share the feed. Let people know that you're taking in the action online, and like and share the feed so that we can have more people paying attention to what is happening with esports in Trinidad and Tobago and sim racing. As Mark would have pointed out, several people would have been somewhat critical of the platform, given that the thinking is whether or not something like this could actually replace literal motorsports. It can't. The reality is that this is something that can complement motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago and around the world, and that's the reason that FIA has been promoting it, and by extension, the different ASNs around the world have been promoting this platform. 10 million plus people are involved in this kind of event and platform around the world. Those statistics coming from Sony and the producers of PlayStation. That's the reason that it's so big, and that's the reason that we support this particular event here in Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to bring you the action here live as we continue to bring you the qualifiers. Don't forget, the semi-final event is tomorrow. Friday, we have a day off, and then Saturday and Sunday are the final 2 races. The repechage race takes place on Saturday, and on Sunday is the final event where all the top drivers will be taking part. Just about 30 drivers who would have entered, and we need to bring that down to 10 who will be involved in the finals on Sunday. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Republic Bank Limited, United Nations, the University of the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago, Queen's Hall, the Visit Trinidad, the website, Visit Trinidad, you can check them out online, Pascal Yogurt, Creamery Novelties, and of course, we thank TrapSpeedSimulators for bringing this event and bringing the live feed to you, as well as Trini Tuna, working in the background, Dwayne Budasing, and of course, Gerard Wilson, working in the background as well, assisting us, making sure that this particular event works well for all concerned. Luke, Gerard Wilson just voted online for himself.
For what? We had no issue with him. The cameraman, you safe, cameraman. Don't freak out. Your position safe. You are sure. You safe. So as I was now studying, Ray, as you was talking the whole thing, I hear ice cream. I want to know who I to talk to about getting some peanut ice cream because my chicken organized.
Creamy Novelties, the ice cream provider. We want to thank them very much for being here and being involved. I'm not entirely certain who to speak to, Luke. But I'm sure you will figure it out and you will let us know. I just walk
into like my nearest Marcia and say, I would get the creamery and just take up another and walk outside.
I don't.
Okay. I'll try it tomorrow.
Yeah, go ahead. Go to Marcia and see. My name is Luke.
Yo,
ice cream.
I work with 3 minutes. I got taste tester. Yum, 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 yum. And then drive off of my econo car rental. Cyclators. So right now, let's jump into the qualifiers in this final Group C, and we have some very fast names. I'm going to take 6 instead of 5, Ray, because I want to big up my partner who say hashtag keep look. So let's start it off nice with Adish Ramdeen, who is new to this racing segment. As I'm honestly, they're going to pull it up there, and you're going to try to pronounce that for yourself because and just read. I hope you know the other names offhand because the graphics just changed.
Those are the names of the guys involved in this event. Sorry to say that we're not seeing any women taking part in the event, but we look forward to seeing women getting more involved in sim racing eventually. And I'm being told that one of the reasons that we don't see many women involved is because men don't want to give up the controllers. Is what I'm being told. I don't know how true that is, but I'm hearing that. So men who have girlfriends and wives and so on, they're not interested in sharing. But that is not for me to say. I'm just saying what I've been told. But we look forward to seeing women get involved. And if you're on the chat and you're a woman, and we look forward, to seeing you get involved and shaking it up with you guys. When it comes to sim racing, it's a equal opportunity platform, and we look forward to seeing as many of you as possible. Our sponsors for this event, once again, Republic Bank Limited. We want to thank them very much for getting on board and providing those fantastic prizes that Luke will tell us about in a few minutes. The United Nations, we want to thank them as well. Visit Trinidad, please go and check them out online. Queen's Hall, the University of the West Indies, Pascal Yogurt, Creamy Novelties, and of course, TrapSpeedSimulators. They are the organizers of the event and making sure that what is happening online is happening online. We want to thank them. And of course, their principal, Mark Pogson, we want to thank him. Also, we want to thank TriniTuner.com and of course, what is now the infamous Pappy's Chicken. Not to mention, of course, Econo Car Rental, who is providing a fantastic price for us, and we want to thank them as well. And all of the sponsors that we have online, we want to thank them very much for being involved in this event. Luke will share with us what are those prizes.
Okay, firstly, spectators, you are the most important. So for Racing to Grow, we need more spectators. So right now, if you are watching this and you have yet to subscribe or hit that share button, now's the time. You could win a prize, compliments, TrapSpeedSimulators. No, scratch that. It's actually Decibel. So
Decibel, correct.
it's a big shot prize. So we won't let you know what it is yet. But again, that subscribe button, ring the bell icon. You'll be picking from tonight's new subscribers winner. So just check in the comment section within an hour after the final qualifying, and they should let you know what is the winner. And mostly we'll group it on like Trino as well. That's again, all motorsport news is on Trino.com. So anything to know when you need to sell a car, buy a car, build a car, find out about cars, registration, a lot of information is on Trino.com. So we'll be posting that there. Any write-up done by Dwayne Budu Singh. Again, great team they have working here tonight. These drivers do have 14 minutes and 25 seconds remaining to qualify. Our choice is usually the Peugeot and Audi. We are seeing a Ferrari out there. That is a Ferrari, so I'm guessing Charles Leclerc has made it onto the track there in that Ferrari. We're not sure what's happening because we know those Ferrari drivers are not allowed to drive anything but Ferraris. But we do have the RS bad guy right now on his out lap. He has chosen to go with the Porsche, that's the RCF, I believe. Not Porsche, my chat. The Peugeot. Mark is being disrespectful and he's calling it a Peugeot, but that is not what we call it. It's a Peugeot. Yeah, that sounds much better. One knows the only good Peugeot there was the 206, and after that they stopped making good Peugeots. So now as we move forward, we're going to see who is the fastest driver out on track. As we know, the fan favorite would be RS Bad Guy, as he's going to have to rep hard to show why he was a champion from the last event. But we do have some new drivers, example Bruce Father. We have PBK Gutless, who was there before. That is Marlon Ribeiro. And we have Zos, spelled incorrectly, 106 in an Audi. Again, he's choosing to go with the Red Bull livery, hoping to get some Red Bull powers from the Red Bull track in a Red Bull Audi. Smart thinking. I'll do the same thing. Good work, guy. So let's move on. Ray, who are you looking out to see? We did see Shaquille Gray last event put down some fast time. Do you think he'll be just as fast as he was last event?
Shaquille was quite impressive in his last outing. He did do quite well in the last event as well. Yeah, so he is expected to continue to improve on his performance. We do expect to see some great performances coming in from some of the guys with whom we're familiar. What is the unknown at the moment? Is some of these guys who have not been in competition action up to now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what some of the unknowns are going to come up with. Remember, if you recall, we did have a situation where there were a number of drivers who were known in the community, and then other drivers that nobody actually knew how good they were. And Garvin Daniel turned out to be one of those drivers. Garvin had problems getting into his qualifier, and eventually when he got into the qualifier was able to mash up the competitions as it were. So always interesting when it comes to looking at what is happening where these events are concerned. That Ferrari looks very interesting, by the way. As a very interesting livery.
Definitely Charles, I'm telling you.
This is
the player. Has to be.
The Starboy, correct. Yeah. So very interesting to see some of the kind of liveries that these guys come up with in terms of putting together their vehicles as they come out to make an effort to be as fast as possible on this Red Bull racing track. In Austria, don't forget circuit racing returns, F1 circuit racing returns this weekend, so you can look out for that. And of course, the big test and tune event, look out for that online as well. Test and tune event being brought to you with the kind compliments of Titasa and of course Stream Events TV. So you could look out for that this weekend. Also, that is something that we could be participating in. And then of course, the big final event in the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival sim racing event. That is on Sunday evening, if I'm not mistaken. The start time for that is 6 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Luke might not. Mark might be able to confirm.
I don't know.
Well, that's mostly correct. The Decibel event is not only a Queen's Hall event, it's also an online event. There are a lot of online adventures going on right now. We have our escape room games, online games that people can try to basically beat that escape room. that is in partnership or in connection to our actual physical escape rooms based in South Park, that we implore you to go and check out and have fun and bring some groups of guys and teams. And yeah, as I said, we'll get the females as well into it as well. So we have a lot of entertainment and dance as well, as you all mentioned earlier. Luke, I don't know how your dancing toes feeling these days.
No, not them.
But yeah, there are a lot of things going online. Check the Decibel website. There's a lot of things to check out there. Things that might interest you or interest your friends. We are into a lot of experiences and a lot of entertainment. And we're here to basically venture out into a lot of new things. You guys?
Thank you, Mark. Right now we have PR's Park guy with a 156 extreme. Again, not as fast as the time we can see from DM Charles. So again, the ERS Park guy is now getting acquainted with the track and just getting his hang around the car, around the track. So we're going to see if he has the time or has the speed to catch up to that time set by DM Charles that we saw in the first qualifying session. We have some drivers to watch. PR's Park guy, Island Paradise. We had Andrew Master, who's those say so from the last group. And DM Charles, as well as Waste and I was pretty quick. And also have in this group, I believe, Stephen who's Island Paradise, I mentioned. I just overlapped on myself a little bit, but again, guys, these drivers stand a chance to win some very tasty chicken from Pappy's. And we see Ferrari sliding there, done by Starboy, who is Dylan Hernandez, I believe, in that black Ferrari. But we all know that stickers does give the car extra power, so everyone who's a trainee who's doing the car twice, it does give extra horsepower. So all the horsepower right now is going to the rear wheels of a Ferrari, so he again is trying to manhandle that car around the track. As we all know, this Red Bull Ring in Austria is a big power track, so big power cars are a must. So again, it's the first Ferrari we're seeing in this group so far that is mostly dominated by Peugeots as well as Audis. The ERS bad guy right now is taking a duck into the pits. I'm guessing he's going to grab some fresh tires again. Now exiting the pit. That's about one more lap, get some fresh tires and set a quick time in that Peugeot. We did see DM Charles manhandle to a 135 before. Some people even sent me chat that he does have more in the bag, even able to do a 130. So these guys have been practicing. And before we shall let you know the tracks that will be used tomorrow night around this same time on Saturday. And if you're surprised, tonight we'll let you know which track will be used on Saturday. And on Saturday, we'll let you know what will be used as the final. Drivers still trying to make their way into the first group of racing in this final qualifying session, as only 24 drivers, I believe, will be moving forward out of this driver qualifying. Drivers were weaned out based on applications and their ability to qualify in race based on age and different things, but these drivers have some lovely prizes that they are able to make it. But again, if you're watching this now, that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell icon, and you have a chance to win the prize sponsored by Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival coordinators. Again, it's up to you now to win a prize for yourself. And if you want to donate the prize to me, I'm always here because I'm not allowed to win prizes, so I have to steal chicken and borrow rental cars. What time going on right now, guys? We have 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. As we keep watching Island Paradise, Stephen Hussein, who's a very well-known racer with a very deep voice, were on track in that Iron Man livery Audi. So it's a very, very unique scheme. These drivers do take a bit of extra time to make it feel special to them. Just like the real cars in real life, these guys like to make a bit more of a custom feel to things that they do. So it's lovely to see the drivers that take time out to paint cars. If you see a car that you like the most, drop your vote for not only the driver, but you can drop a vote for the livery as well. So we see a Red Bull livery like that being driven by Garvin Daniel. Show these guys some love as they move forward and support their sponsors. So if you look very close, you may even see some of these sponsors that these guys are sponsored by. They take on world of competition in this online forum. We have 5 minutes to go, and I'll turn you over to Ray as he tells us more about something that I have not told you about already.
Thank you, Luke. 5 more minutes, 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this qualifying session. We're seeing a lot of activity taking place on the chat. So if you, as Luke would have mentioned, if you have a favorite driver, we encourage you to go and vote for that favorite driver, and that favorite driver will win a box of chicken from Papi's. Just to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we welcome you. We thank you very much for joining us. This is the qualifying sessions, final qualifying session for the evening, actually. This is the qualifying sessions for the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival sim racing activity taking place right here, right now, and throughout this week, the rest of this week, and into this weekend. So, where the Decibel Entertainment Festival is concerned, as Mark Thompson would have pointed out, you can find anything from virtual escape rooms, fashion segments, to Zombie Island. There's something for everyone, so that's something that you can look forward to. Check them out online, www.defisland.com. That's defisland.com. You can check them out online and check out all of the other things that are happening during the course of this weekend. Remember, the only live event that is taking place for this particular Decibel event, this particular Decibel Entertainment Festival, is taking place at the Queen's Hall car park, and it's a drive-in theater experience. All of the proceeds generated go to the University of the West Indies Global Giving Program to support students, scholarships, and highlight programs that can benefit families over the next month that require assistance in their children's education. So fantastic work there being done by the people putting on the Decibel Entertainment Festival with the support of Republic Bank and of course all of the other sponsors, United Nations, UE Football, Visit Trinidad, and Pascal Yogurt, Freeway Novelties, and of course TrapSpeedSimulators. So please go and check it out over the weekend during online when you're not paying attention to this event that is taking place right now, and every evening until Sunday. You can go online to www.defisland.com, that's defisland.com, to check out all of the other events for this year's Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival. 3 more minutes to go in this qualifying session. 3 more minutes to go where this qualifying session is concerned. And the guys are making the effort to try to get the best possible times, because these times will determine exactly where they will be placed in the semifinals that are coming up tomorrow evening. So please join us on the live feed. As Luke has pointed out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell and share the information that sim racing is alive and well. We want to thank the organizers of this event, putting on this event. We want to thank TITASA for sanctioning the event and picking up the initiative to make sure that this iteration of racing is developed in this country. Lots of people have been racing on sim racers for a very long time in Trinidad and Tobago, since the inception of PlayStation actually, but now it's now being taken to another level, and that is what we are excited about, to see how far this can go in our country, and by extension aligning itself with some of the other countries that have developed this platform over time to make it in one that can rival any one of the other championships that take place where literal racing is concerned. So 1 more minute and 40 seconds to go just to wrap up this one. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to join us tomorrow evening. Continue to vote for your special driver in the chat this evening. You can continue to vote for the one that you think is going to be the one that you want to see, getting that special prize. Mark? And of course, yes, we also have the subscriber of the day. We will have a special prize coming from the Decibel Entertainment Group who are putting on this event. There is a special prize for those of you who are joining for the very first time, subscribers for the very first time. So they will be looking out for one of you to be able to award a very special prize as well. So that's something to look out for. I have to make a note. I have to subscribe and see if I get a little special prize. But yeah, that's something to look out for as well. So please go and check it out and get in the running for that special prize that you could actually enjoy. Bad Guy Kali, that's Gavin Daniel, is coming up with a fastest time right now, 136.3. I know that Bad Guy Kali is better. It has a better time in him, and that's Gavin Daniel. And we continue to congratulate him on his performance in the Porsche Latin America event that would have taken place last week Saturday, coming 5th overall in that event. And we want to congratulate him for his performance and his showing coming out of the Titasa eSport event that would have been completed a few weeks ago. Once again, we want to thank Wayne Budasing, Jared Wilson for being here and for continuing to provide support in this goal. And of course, we encourage the hashtag Keep Luke. Luke is one of our new announcers in the motorsport arena, and of course, welcome him and we thank him very much for lending his talent to this particular event, and we look forward to hearing from him in events to come. This, ladies and gentlemen, is just about the end of the qualifying session as drivers are making their way around the track. Some of them are on their flying laps, try to complete, but this is going to bring an end and wrap up the qualifying session this evening. We want to thank you very much for joining us. For those of you who started with us and have been here for the entire qualifying session, we thank you very much for your continued support of motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening when the semifinals will begin. Tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, we encourage you to join us right here on the same channel with regard to being able to share and support your drivers once again. Thank our sponsors, Republic Bank Limited, United Nations, UE Queen's Hall, Visit Trinidad, Pascal Yogurt, Creamy Novel Trees, TrapSpeed, and we of course thank Decibel Entertainment Festival organizers for all that they're using this platform to do. Donations to the UE Global Fund, the special prize to subscribers, as well as all of the other events that they're going to be putting on over this weekend. Virtual escape rooms, the fashion segment, Zombie Island. There is something for everyone, so please go and check it out at www.defisland.com. Luke.
Very well. I just saw bad guy Kali Gavin on his final lap. His second section, he took out 0.3 of a second, so he was going to come down into that 135-second category. But in the last corner, he made a bit of a mistake. Plenty of actual racers do, as he cut the curb a little bit earlier. He ran too wide and lost the drive on the rumble strip, bring him into that 136.291. So he did improve his time overall, but it's no time set compared to the ARC time set by none other than DM Charles. That 135.4. So again, a lot to be found there by ERS Bad Guy. So he's either having a lot of racing ahead of him with some very close, fast competitors to fight against. So this one may not be as much of a walk in the park as the last competition was for him, but he may be kept very honest by some of these drivers.
Looks like that. He came up with the fastest time in this qualifier, though, the fastest time of a 135.2. 135.2 was his fastest time in this qualifying session.
Are you guys sure?
Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing from race control. A 135.265 was his fastest time.
Did I misread?
So that may very well put him closer to the top than we would have been thinking initially. But the final running order we will get a little later, and of course we will also get the winners of the driver of the qualifier vote that we would have been having online as well. We should be having that in a few moments as well, coming from Race Control and the organizers of the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival. In the background, they are working on that as we speak. So great qualifying session for all drivers. No real incidents to talk about. Everything. Everything went relatively well. There he is. There is Luke, not Luke. That's Mark Pogson coming up on the screen there at the moment. Our technical guy, Mark Pogson. Mark, you have any final words for us as we wrap up this qualifying session?
I'm gonna try and give a quick history of the old Decibel Festival, as much as I know it. So Decibel is normally an event that takes place every year. It's normally a three-day event in Queen's Hall, with lots of activities and gaming and virtual reality experiences and a lot of performances. And we also gear a lot towards the development of youth and guiding them towards their career paths. So there's a lot here towards giving to the community and giving out. It's not about just a festival for no apparent reason. It's actually trying to develop people and develop people's careers. There's a lot of entertainment for both parents and children and all ages. Our sim racing events basically started a few years behind at the Decibel, and since then I've been hosting a lot of sim racing events with actual physical rigs that I have, and like I keep saying in every stream, it is that I plan to keep growing these events and esports in the whole, whether it be sim racing or some other form of live streaming. I plan to branch out, but yes, if there's anybody that wants to live stream an event, be it sim racing or something like that, you could reach out to me. Also reach out to me as we've done 2 GT Sport events. You're welcome to reach out, and we could reach out to maybe look at the Assetto course and the iRacing guys and stuff like that. Now that we finished basically exhausting a lot of the GT Sport guys, I know personally that a lot of the guys in the GT Sport community, they're ready to take a slight break, and then we could basically venture on to something else. Pretty much as much I have here. Thanks, Ray and Luke. It's glad to have you on board again. I can't really keep up all this old talking and thing as much as you guys do. That's why I have you guys here.
Because a professional.
Luke, you have to stop old talking.
It's bacchanal right now in the chat. So right now we're in the chat and it's chaos. Right now the ARC camp is facing off with the ERS camp. So one guy being ARC Dan's like, who is ERS? I'm not sure if that's like a jab at ERS bad guy, but again, I have to back him as he did represent very well for Trinidad and Tobago in the last FIA international competition. Well, the Latin America competition. But again, he beat up Jamaica, so that's all I could ask for. Great work, Gavin Daniel. We saw 135.2, which I believe, but we're still to confirm that because I did see our technical advisor as well as
the time, yes.
Yeah. So
they need to work out that for us and get it sorted.
Yeah, so I believe he did a 136 if I was correct, but the fastest time is still being held by ARC DM Charles. I should call this guy's real name because we're going to be calling his name a lot, it seems like, this competition, right?
Yeah, probably. So once again, we thank you as Luke gets that time for us. ARC, he's right, ARC, that's Dominic Charles. ARC DM Charles. Dominic Charles with a 135.443 had the fastest lap for the entire qualifying session. We want to congratulate the ARC EMC Charles, who is Dominic Charles. We want to congratulate him on his fastest qualifying lap. That will put him on pole for the event, more than likely. So we want to congratulate him for his fastest time. Mark would have mentioned the genesis of the Republic Bank Decibel Entertainment Festival, and we want to thank Mark for sharing that information. We want to remind you to go to www.deafisland.com to check out the event online this year. Check out the event online this year at www.deafisland.com for all of the different aspects of the event. That is coming up this weekend, and that is something to look forward to when you are not on the live feed for the sim racing, and the GT Sport event that we will be here for you this weekend. So that's something to look forward to as well. All right, Luke, I am guessing that is just about it from us, but I will be guided by the technical guys insofar as what other information they're going to be sharing this evening before we sign off. Mark, we should be getting the information with regard to the top drivers in terms of votes in a few minutes, yeah?
I'll be posting the information for top drivers saying as soon as I can tally everything up after I end the stream. It will be posted. It will be posted on the YouTube channel as a pop-up picture. I'll post the rest of the information as soon as I also tally up, and basically I'll put up preliminary results of the top 24 drivers tonight. But that will be preliminary because I have to look through and make sure there are no pending penalties or protests put in. And so if there's any adjustments to make, I will be reviewing it over the late hours of tonight and tomorrow morning making adjustments if necessary. Tomorrow's stream will consist of 2 races, a race A and a race B. And it's probably, well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very exciting event, because this is, instead of qualifying, this is actually going to be a race event tomorrow. I also want to basically end on a note of thank you very much, Ray and Luke. Again, it's wonderful having you. It's great. The Decibel team has basically shouted in my ear behind me there and saying that they want to send their thanks as well for having you on board, and we would like to continue these events and things moving forward. So again, thank you very much, guys, and a good night to everybody. If you want to continue chatting in the stream thing, it's gonna stay up for about 5 minutes again before I end the stream, but because I have to get out and start tallying up everything and sit down with race control.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark, you farewell. As you know, I like to talk when the boss is about to roll over me. Before Ray throws me under the bus, surprisingly, and I have nothing to talk about, so I'm going to jump in front of it in times, like take it by the horns. So right now, a lot of prizes we won. We have a full day card for Sunday, as we have Titasa having events that are being streamed that you could find on Stream Tuner, as well as is it Stream TV or something?
StreamEventsTV.com, StreamEvents.tv.
Yes.
And Facebook. You will be able to find it on Stream Events on Facebook.
So we have a full day of racing fun.
And Titasa's homepage. You will be able to find it on Titasa's homepage.
The stay-at-home initiative is very strong still.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if you live in Port of Spain, it's very, very strong.
Yes. Let's not get into that one.
Yeah,
nope, don't touch it. It's hot. It's hot.
Yes.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, hot is
it's like tires moving in the road. But okay, let's move on, guys. So right now, we have just found out who may have won some chicken. I'm thinking Silver Turkey won chicken, but I find it weird because his name is Silver Turkey. He should have won turkey, but Papi's sponsoring chicken, so we get a box of chicken for Silver Turkey because his voters were killing it for him. So I'll check him tomorrow.
That's for sure. But that information will be posted, like Mark said. It will be
posted right behind me here. Right behind me there.
So as soon as we get Mark off the stream, he'll be tallying the votes to see who will be winning a special prize as a subscriber, as well as who the 3 boxes of chicken go into as well. So yeah, just stay tuned on this stream as it's going on right now. And a bit after they should drop some information. And again, thank you guys for watching. Tune in tomorrow on the same time at 7 o'clock as racing begins. And again,
like and subscribe.
Mark, I won't be talking to you on the small screen, just cut them off. Hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and ring the bell icon until the bell can't ring anymore. And yeah, make racing a little bit better for all of our competitors as we have great prizes, and you join us tomorrow for more information. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Mark. And Ray, again, always love to hear your voice. And I just wish Jared Wilson would stop being in the chat, asking for votes, trying to win chicken, because Papi not mailing chicken to Texas. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Dwayne. And thank you, all our sponsors. Good night, guys.